What's up, and welcome back to some XDefiant. I'm AP Experiment,
Oh, I remember this one
and
too.
this is a nice, fun match on Echelon HQ. As you'll come to see as more of these videos roll out, I am a huge Echelon fan. I was very sad that they were have that Echelon faction as well as the DeadSec faction both had some glitches happening with their faction abilities that ended up uh, getting Echelon taken all the way out of the server test, and DeadSec's Spider ability, which everyone believes is the better ability, taken out as well. But yeah, as you'll come to see as more of these videos come out, you'll see a lot of the ACR and you'll see a lot of Echelon because the ACR is my favorite gun in this entire game. I thought it was very, very dope and I really, really love it. Um, and then, there will be a lot of the Echelon faction
Not
because that
just
is my
stick that
favorite
guy,
faction.
stuck him.
If they were to have like a quote unquote like faction wars day or whatever, where every faction is supposed to get where they're tallying up how many wins were won by people playing as a certain faction, that whole day I would literally play nothing but Echelon because that is the faction I for now represent. Just in I want to say that in preference because I don't know in a year from now when more factions have been added to this game if I will be completely repping an entirely different faction. But for now, Echelon is my faction to rep. And when I can't or when I don't run Echelon, it's
Almost
usually
have it.
Libertad,
Go back
just
to
because
B.
I
Go back
do
to B.
enjoy being a healer. If you've seen my channel before, I'm a Newcastle main. I have a very funny clip where I'm playing like a complete bot on Lifeline. Um, I have, I believe, healer clips in other games. But yeah, being a
He
healer
still
or a
got me?
support character is normally my thing. In
Wasn't
Rainbow
sure.
Six, I'm normally playing Finka or Thunderbird, um, or like Wamai. So your support characters are kind of my thing. It's kind of just the way that goes. And then the ACR is just the ACR. No matter what game it is, the ACR or the M16 always going to be my favorites. I still haven't perfectly figured out the M16 on this game yet. I have had people send me multiple builds. I've seen multiple builds on YouTube, and the tinkerer that I am gonna look at some of these builds that I have seen and some of the builds that I have been sent. I just haven't found one that I personally like, that personally I feel works with my play style. I have a semi-aggro style where I'm basically going to be running around map, but I'm also heavily playing objective, which was another reason why I was actually frustrated in this gameplay because I was actually trying to play on objective
What up,
and I
doodle?
just seemed to be getting beat out. Um, it seemed like my team wasn't caring too much about objective because it seemed like every time I moved away from an objective, it basically instantly let the enemy team take it. As you can see here, I was using the intel suit in this gameplay. The intel suit allows you to see, it basically just pings the enemies even through the walls and kind of highlights them. A lot of people seem to complain about it, even though there's easy counters, i.e. the EMP, which no one seemed to be using during the server test. The DeadSec faction, which has the DeadSec faction, which I believe has a hacker function, I believe that counters it as well as the fact that the intel suit literally tells everyone who's being pinged that they're being pinged. It's literally a message that pops up on the bottom of your screen that tells you that you're being pinged by the intel suit or any other thing for the most part. Like, the game very much makes you aware of what's going on around you. It's not like, oh, how do you see me? Oh, he has walls. Like, no, it tells you the intel suit is working and that you're being pinged. And even when I use my super, which is a super for Echelon, is sonar goggles, much like in Splinter Cell where he has the sonar goggles and the
Crazy, that went
pistol.
too fucking fast.
um
It's crazy.
the when you're able to be seen by the sonar goggles, which
They could
basically
make it so
highlights
you
every
can
enemy on the
build
map
your
in red.
stuff a little bit
You are
faster.
told, as you can see there, revealed by sonar
Faster.
goggles, which means
Uh-huh.
someone
You
else on
can
the
do
other
that.
team has their echelon like you clearly get the message. It's not OP at all. Every faction has its counter. Everything can be countered. Um, I overall think it's a well balanced game at this current moment. I don't see anything that's overpowered in it, honestly, because there's a counter for everything. There's literally, if you're dealing with too many people who have shields, someone should run EMPs. The EMPs stop the shields. Or you can have someone run DeadSec, and DeadSec can hack the shields and make them work for you and against the enemies. So now instead of shooting through the shields, which are protecting them, they're shooting at the shields, which are protecting you. Like, there's literally a counter for everything, but as you can see here, my team was getting countered left and right to try to hold the game together, as we were clearly getting stomped out by a much more cohesive team who was literally just stopping us at every attempt to try to balance the game out. So eventually over time I just started going for kills because I'm like, this game is toast. There's literally no coming back at this point. We're down what 300, 340. So I just started going for kills because I'm like, all right, at least let me just try to get some extra kills in, have some fun. Um, I can't wait to see all the in-game rewards I've earned from playing the betas. I think I played some of the alphas. I can't even remember at this point, but I have been in major support of this game since its announcement back in 2021. Um, which someone actually noted in a video has been about 1,000 days or so. So for 1,000 days or so, I've literally been excited and happy about this game, keeping up with the research, the news, the ins and outs, and all the in betweens. Um, but yeah, Echelon is my faction. You know, I really love the digital ghillie suit, which you see me just get absolutely pooped on because the guy used it and I didn't see him. So cool. But it's been AP Experiment. I'll catch you in the next one.